Good Tuesday, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majestic back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your last day of June 30th, 2026. Can you believe it? We're already halfway through the year, and boy, it's going to be another hot day all across our area as we wrap up our Tuesday, and that's going to continue going into our Wednesday as well. Now, the good news is I do have relief on the way, and there's a higher rain chances come back in the forecast as we go through the 4th of July weekend. Now, before we break down this full report, if you're new here to the Talking Live Broadcast Channel's Facebook page, please give us a follow. And if you happen to be watching over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And very importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell to be alerted on all future weather updates just like this one. Yeah, we're doing an early recording once again here for today. Got to go play Fox Weatherman down in Atlanta for one more day, back on normal schedule for tomorrow. But again, just another steamy day. You can even tell how we started, how steamy it is just looking at the skies. And had a few more clouds across North Georgia as they had a few storms, believe it or not, yesterday. We might see a scattered shower or a storm here for today and tomorrow. And but again, the big relief, or the relatively big relief, will be coming in as we go in through the weekend, going into early next week. So those heat advisories, which cover all of East Tennessee, most of Northwest Georgia, are going to stay in place, and I don't see any changes to this as we even roll into our Wednesday and Thursday. That heat's not going anywhere, so these advisories are going to be staying up, folks. They're not going anywhere anytime just yet. Now, radar. Quiet here for this morning. We couldn't see a spotty shower or two, but most folks will stay dry for your Tuesdays, wrap up the day, and we'll do it again on Wednesday. We might see a slight uptick in activity going into Thursday, and there could be a severe element with that. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. So these balmy morning lows that we saw on Tuesday morning, we're going to do it again for Wednesday morning as well. And those temperatures, and those feel-like temperatures, will be pressing into those triple digits, 105, 107 degrees. It's just going to be really brutal out there. You can see how things do quiet down overnight. Without that daytime heating, the showers and thunderstorms are quiet in the morning, but again, in the afternoon, it's kind of like shaking up a Coke bottle. You're going to get a few scattered storms there in the afternoon. We continue to watch what's going on here off the East Coast. You notice a little bit of a swirl out here. No thunderstorms with it. A little low pressure here just trying to form on the end of an old frontal boundary. Not really overly concerned about it. There's some Sahara dust out there, and not concerned about the tropics for right now. Currently, the National Hurricane Center has a 10% chance for development on this one, but we'll continue to monitor it for right now. Let's talk about that severe weather outlook here. This is today, just a general thunderstorm threat here for this afternoon, but as we go for, this is Wednesday, still the same. It's Thursday. See the marginal risk, so we're talking about level 1, all right? So that means when you talk about level 1, we're talking about most likely special weather statements. Those are like 40-mile-per-hour winds, some heavy rain, lightning, maybe some small hail. That's basically that. But sometimes you can get an isolated severe thunderstorm or two. We had a marginal across East Georgia yesterday, for example, and we had several severe thunderstorm warnings. And when you got this kind of heat, you got plenty of fuel for thunderstorms. It's kind of like octane fuel for thunderstorms. So it would not shock me to see a few severe thunderstorm warnings here on your Thursday. So just watch out for that. Now, as we take a look at the model here, this one is not overly aggressive. At least it's the high resolution model for today. I'm still going to keep that 30% in for today just because the fact that we could see a shower storm. Same for tomorrow. But these always change and fluctuate from day to day because it really kind of depends on how the activity the previous day works out to see how the next day is going to do. So just know that this changes, and we're going to continue that slight risk in. The more widespread activity, that comes in for the weekend, and we start popping those higher rain chances, and that's going to bring the temperatures down because we have more cloud cover and that heat dome, it's going bye-bye. So it's something to look forward to. So let's look at our current weather maps here. Again, just limited rain chances here over the next day or so. Still looking at the high pressure that's kind of sitting there. So just some heat-induced thunderstorms is all we're going to be looking forward to until the ridge breaks down, which will start this weekend. And then we see a return of more what I would call typical summertime weather here going into next week. So as we go ahead and take a look at the forecast here for your Wednesday. So very much similar to what we saw on Tuesday, 98-77. Isolated thunderstorm cannot be ruled out. And again, these afternoon highs today, as we see here, showing well into the 90s for today. And then tomorrow morning, they're going to be balmy, folks. You know what? It's just going to, you're going to walk out the door, it's just going to hit you in the face. Kind of like, oh, look at that, 78 degrees there in Chattanooga. Upper 70s for lows. I mean, that's just nasty. That's just really nasty stuff. And then going for your afternoon highs for tomorrow, going into your Wednesday. Look at that. This is popping 100 degrees in Chattanooga on high resolution model, 99 in Dalton. So it is brutally hot, folks. 101 at the 4 o'clock temperature. And then if you look at the heat indice, throw that in there. Look at that, 105, 106, 106. Yeah, like I said, those heat advisories, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. It's going to be just very hot, so please be careful out in this heat until we start getting some relief as we go toward the weekend. So here's your regional forecast temperatures here across the southeast for your Tuesday afternoon. As you can see there, everybody here well into the 90s, and we're going to keep that trend going right into your Wednesday as well. As we go into your Wednesday morning, very balmy start all across the southeast, and then your afternoon highs, as you just saw there. Look at that, 101 in Rome, 101 in Chattanooga, 100 in Greenville, 101 in Florence. We just got a lot of heat. You get a general idea. Oh, we got some storms down here. That's why it's cooler down there, but it is just going to be very hot. And anything about those thunderstorms, it just makes it feel real humid, especially if they hit early enough and move on out, and then the sun comes back out. Just makes it absolutely miserable. So where is the relief? We're talking about it. So here it is. Here's the 7-day. We got us in the upper 90s here through Thursday and Friday, and then we start tailing it back down. Rain chances start to come up through the 4th of July weekend. 60% going into Sunday and Monday. Look at the temperatures back down to 90, 73. That's back in the neighborhood of where we're supposed to be going into early July. Now, we got the chance of thunderstorms today, better chance, maybe some severe weather going into Thursday to watch. Make sure you go ahead and download our free weather app. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. You Apple users, that's the QR code on top. For you Android users, that's the QR code on the bottom for Google Play. Go ahead and download the app. The app's going to alert you when there's rain approaching your area, lightning nearby, severe weather alerts, hour-by-hour forecast, a future cast, so you can get an idea of what that radar is expected to do over the next hour. It's one of the best weather apps in the business. Go ahead and download that. This is sponsored by our friends at Roof It Forward in Woodstock, Georgia. If you are in Georgia and you do need a new roof, these guys do great quality roof. They're not insurance chasers. They'll give you a great quality job, and a portion of every job they do, they give back to local children's charity. They truly do pay it forward, and we thank them for being our app sponsor. All right, again, appreciate you guys checking us out here for today. Again, I'll remind you of my schedule. When we come back here on Wednesday, we'll have our normal update in the afternoon, back on our normal schedule for the day, maybe a little bit later. I'll take my dad to the VA for an appointment, and then we're going to be taking a 4-day. We're taking Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, so you can get ready for the 4th of July weekend. Let me catch my collective breath, shall we say, and we'll keep you guys on top of any changes should that happen, all right? Anyway, that's y'all's update. Remember to give us a follow there on Facebook and over on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted for all future weather updates. All right, that'll do it for today. Y'all be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Bye-bye.